Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Andrew, and I realize it's been a few weeks since I've been on here, and things have been busy. I've been doing stuff with the kids, working, and then on top of that, working. Sorry, my daughter's bear. Um, I've been on here for watching you guys' videos, but it just seems like I haven't had time to do a video of my own. So I picked up a couple things, so I figured I'd show you what I got. Um, as you guys know, I'm a big Batman fan, and now I got the 3 trades for this back for Christmas last year. You know, those big phone book size ones. But I'm still trying to get all the singles because I've been finding them everywhere for like 50 cents, a dollar, a quarter. And I found Detective Comics 669. It's part of the Night Quest storyline. It's a whole. It's a newsstand, and it was a quarter, so I figured why not, right? I'm pretty close. I've got all of the Nightfall stuff. I'm just missing a few bits of Night Quest and a few of Night's End. But aside from that, I'm got it all completely done. Um, let's see. And I've been digging the Batman Black and White. I just haven't been digging the $5 price tag, but I've been digging it. It's good. I like the different little stories, so I've been trying to go back and get some of the older ones. And anybody who's watched my channel before knows I'm a big Frank Miller fan, so it's kind of cool I found this. Batman Black and White #2 from the original run. And you can't tell because it's really tiny print, but it's $2.95. This is like the same amount of pages as the new one, only $2.95, $4.99. What's up, DC? Inflation's not that bad. But yeah, this one's really good. It's got a Walt Simonson story in it. It's got Neil Gaiman. I can't remember who else is in here. I know there's a bunch of really good. I think Archie Goodwin does it. Does a story in this one. I'm sorry, I think that's the next one. Let's see. Walt Simonson, Richard Corbin, Chuck Dixon, Neil Gaiman, Simon Bisley, and then this is obviously Frank Miller on the cover. But this is a cool book. I really enjoyed the Batman Black and White, and I'm hoping I can pick up the rest of the older ones for a decent price, or trade for them, because I know there's people who bought them and didn't like them. So I'm more than willing to trade something for stuff that people didn't like. Let's see next. Um, I know that a lot of people didn't like the Man of Steel movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't like it at first, but I'm okay with it. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! He kills General Zod at the end, so I wasn't too cool about it when I first saw it. I was like, what the crap? Superman couldn't have, super muscled him into quitting. But then once I went back and thought about it, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty much the only thing he could do because Zod was getting more powerful by the minute, and if he didn't drop him then, he wasn't going to. But so that being said, I picked up 2 of the issues for the Man of Steel series, the John Byrne one. I picked up issue 3 and issue 4 with Lex with hair. Lex Luthor doesn't look nearly as good with hair. I just decided to throw that out there. Um, those were quarter books as well. All those for a quarter. I also picked up X-Men #192. I was missing it, so I picked it up. And now I've been against this for a long time because I'm one of those people that's like, I collect Batman. Batman's my book, but I've branched out into others, but pretty much the only expensive hero that I can collect is Batman because my budget's limited and I can't really afford to buy the issues that are for a what I call a premium hero, a hero that everybody wants, so their issues are really expensive. But I've broken down over the last couple weeks, months, and I've picked up a few Spider-Man issues. And now I've decided that I'm not just going to pick up every little torn up, ripped up, crappy issue just so I can say I've got some Spider-Man. I'm gonna pick up quality issues. If I find a great deal on one, I'll pick it up. That being said, I picked up the official Marvel Index to The Amazing Spider-Man #1. Apparently, this just goes through and shows you some of the key issues and whatnot. But I bought it because it was a quarter, #1, and #2 has got a cool picture of Spider-Man on the cover. So I know that this isn't exactly one of those quality books I just got done talking about, but it is a cool picture of Spider-Man, and I don't know, it was a quarter. One quick thing, in my opinion, that's how Spider-Man should look: red, blue, and black. I don't like I don't like how they've been doing Spider-Man and some of the newer stuff with the giant bug eyes and stuff like that. In my opinion, that's Spider-Man. Let's see, and next, I've been picking up some of these original graphic novels, the big magazine-sized ones from the 80s. I got a few of them. They're kind of cool. The first one I picked up was Daredevil, Love and War. I picked it up because it's a Frank Miller book. Frank Miller wrote this story. And I'm sorry, my hand's in front of it. Bill Sienkiewicz illustrated it. Now, it's nothing against Bill Sienkiewicz, but I'm just not a big fan of his, like, surrealist painted art. I mean, the story's good. The story's actually really good. I just, it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite art style. But I appreciate it, if that makes sense. I appreciate that it's different. It's just not for me. That might be why, the story behind Arkham Asylum, Serious House on Serious Earth, the Grant Morrison one, a lot of people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is one of the best Batman stories ever." I thought it was okay, because once again, it was that weird surrealist painted art that was for the whole story, and I like looking at the pictures as much as I like reading the dialogue. And some of those pictures are like, you have to kind of, it's like looking at a Picasso almost and trying to figure out what it is. But I appreciate that it's different. That being said, I got a few more. Jim Starlin's Death of Captain Marvel. This one's been loved. It's got some damage on it, but hey, you know what? For $2, I'll take it. This is, of course, the one where Captain Marvel is dying of cancer, and it shows how he dies with Thanos and all that. Got a picture on the back with all the heroes and stuff mourning him. I think it's kind of funny that, you've got all your A-listers there in the front, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and then Beast. Really? Since Beast is an A-lister? But, I also don't know if that's some kind of a typo there, but there's Peter Parker, and then standing directly behind him, Spider-Man. I don't know. It's a cool picture, though. Definitely like the fact that Wolverine's in the back where he should be. Wolverine does not need to be in the front of every Marvel picture. Alright. Down off my soapbox. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man, Parallel Lives. I bought this once again because it was Spider-Man and it was $2, and that cool Doc Ock in the background. But apparently this parallels Peter Parker and Mary Jane from childhood to present day or something. I haven't read this one, but from what I've been told, it's not very good. Jerry Conway does the story. A friend of mine at work is as big a Spider-Man fan as I am a Batman fan, and he's like, "Oh, you bought Parallel Lives? Hopefully you didn't pay a whole lot for it." I'm like, "Well, crap." Whenever he starts a sentence out with, "I hope you didn't pay a lot for it," you know what that means. Um, this one's mangled. This one looks like somebody sat on it, but once again, for $2, can't really complain. The Punisher Assassin's Guild. I am a big Punisher fan. I enjoy reading his stories, but this may seem a little weird, but I like the tame Punisher. I like the Punisher from the Thomas Jane movie, not the Punisher from the Dolph Lundgren movie. Basically, I like when the Punisher is creative and he tries not to hurt people, but it looks like he is. You know what I mean? Kind of like with that popsicle scene in the movie. I don't like some of the stuff that Garth Ennis did, where you see him taking a hammer and hitting someone in the testicles with it. I I don't like that. I don't like watching him cut people's pieces of people out. I don't like him shooting people's faces off and stuff like that. I don't watch it for the gore. I read the stories because of the Punisher as a character, not as a hostile the movie esque vigilante, if that makes sense. But I'm kind of anxious to read this. Oh, as an interesting note, Joe Duffy. When I bought this book, I'm like, holy crap, Joe Duffy's a woman. Because I've got one of the other graphic novels for my favorite movie, Willow, and I didn't know who Joe Duffy was, and I found out she was a woman. So you learn something new every day. Let's see, and finally, this is my big purchase. This is the one I'm particularly proud of. I enjoy bargain hunting, and I don't get to do it as much as or I'm not nearly as good at it as Howler Mouse with his 100 and something books for $25. But I found this book at my local shop, and I'm like, hey, how much for this? He's like, oh, $1. I'm like, you sure? And I pointed to something on the cover, and he's like, $1. I'm like, okay, told you twice. But this is Infinity Gauntlet #1, and I got it for $1. It's really good shape. But this is the thing that made me just kind of scratch my head and go, why did this guy sell it to me for $1? Right there, it's got George Perez's signature on it for $1. And I don't have that many signed books, and I'm a huge Perez fan. I enjoy his art. I think I've got all of the stuff that he's ever done for the Batman storyline. Like he did some for A Lonely Place of Dying. He did some work for Batman Year 3. He's done a couple other things. Sorry about the sniffling, guys. Here in Illinois, the weather has changed to where it's like super allergy season, so it's just like, oh, I feel like my head's gonna explode. Like kind of like in Aliens, where the alien shoots out of your chest. I have a feeling that's gonna happen to my head. I'm just gonna sniffle one too many times and, but I'm this was a luck purchase. I don't get to bargain hunt very often, and I finally hit one of those gems that everybody else gets. But this is a cool issue. I love the cover on this. I love the fact that all the little sheens from the different jewels, are going off in all the different directions, and they've got all the different pictures on it. And this is a great purchase. I'm glad that I got it. Um, this goes in my secret box along with my really old Batman issues and stuff like that. Um, but that's my haul. Um, I guess I can show these too. These I already had, but they're the graphic novel size books, so I figured I had them all in one stack because I was showing one of my friends. I've got God Loves Man Kills. I've got this in the regular size trade paperback as well. But there's just something about reading it with the big panels that's cool. Eventually I'll become one of the big boys and get some of those archive issues. Those really big ones. Oh. I think the reason why I like them so much is because my hand's this big. I've got a giant baseball mitt-size hand. And so it makes me feel like, so this is what normal hands feel like on a comic. You know, and mine have to be magazine size. But and the last one here is Batman, Son of the Demon. This is a really good story. Um, it's actually where Damien, the baby, is born. He's not called Damien until this book goes into the archives, and Grant Morrison pulls it back out, fishing for a character for a story. But my favorite part of this book is actually this awesome painted picture of Talia on the back. Yeah, I know. I literally just complained about painted stuff, but look at this picture. Look at that. Talk about, James Bond-esque spy awesomeness. Look at that with that M16 and the pose. I mean, oh my gosh, that picture is awesome. But yeah, this book is, from what I understand, it's kind of hard to find. But alright guys, I'm rambling. That's my video. I just want to thank you guys for watching, my new viewers. I'm going to be doing a video probably later in the week because I did a trade with Mr. Fool Killer 5150, and he's going to be sending me some Bat books and some Marvel team-ups. So, yeah, Marvel team-up. I almost said Marvel 2-in-1, but they're Marvel team-up books. So when I get that, I'll show you guys, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more organized. My thoughts will be contained a little bit more, and I just want to tell you guys to go out, watch some videos, let everybody, just let everybody know what you think. Just, give people some comments. Don't do thumbs down. Downs for jerks and losers. If you got something that you didn't like, let them know that you didn't like it. Don't just thumbs down and go, ha ha, I'm thumbs downing you. So that's not cool. But, yeah, we got a lot of good people in this community, and I challenge you to find out what everybody's favorite hero is. Because when I first started this community, I just assumed that everybody was going to be like the couple of guys I hang out with. And they're going to be fans of Batman, Superman, and Wolverine and Spider-Man. That's it. But guys, start watching people's videos and figure out what their favorite character is. Because we've got people that like all of the characters. We've even got somebody who enjoys Aquaman. Yes, even Aquaman has his friend. But for me, my favorite hero is Batman. So there you go. You can cross Batman off your list. Make it a little scavenger hunt. Make a list of heroes and then find out who likes them. It's cool. But hey, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.